Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions on a new foundation. Today I'm going to be testing out the new COVERGIRL Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. So this foundation just came out maybe like a month ago, and I picked mine up at Walgreens for, I think it was like $12, $13. They're definitely cheaper at like an Ulta or a Walgreens, so if you're interested in purchasing this foundation and trying it out, go get it at like a Target or a Walmart or maybe even Ulta. I got mine in the shade Warm Beige. I'm hoping that it matches me. If it doesn't, I'll try to make it work. So this foundation claims to be lightweight, a full coverage makeup. It says this formula hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20 vitamins and antioxidant, and it is oil free. My skin is a little bit dry. I'm gonna say that right now it's kind of dry to normal. I do have some dryness just in certain areas, but it's mostly like right here around the mouth and the nose. Everywhere else I'm pretty normal. So I do prefer more illuminating foundations at the moment just because my skin is so dry. With this claiming that it is a hydrating foundation, I'm pretty excited to test this out. I'm just going to read a little bit off of the COVERGIRL website just to kind of give you an idea of what it says there. Finally, a hydrating vitamin infused formula for beautiful buildable coverage that glides on smoothly for a flawless look. A special antioxidant and vitamin complex plus SPF 20 work together to make your skin look healthy all day. It says it will give your skin a luminous glow, and it is available in multiple shades from light to deep. Now I'm looking at the website now, and honestly the deepest, darkest shade that they have available here isn't really very dark. They have a total of 14 shades is what it looks like, and it just doesn't look like the dark is very dark or the light is very light. Now, of course, it could be a difference in coloration because I'm looking at on the computer, but there's other companies that have way more shades for the fairest to the darkest, and I just don't feel like this foundation is there yet. Hopefully they come out with new shades. I'm hoping that right now they're just kind of testing it to see how people are gonna like it, and then if it's a good foundation, then they will be bringing out more shades. So like I said, I picked mine up in the shade Warm Beige. I'm going to be using the brush on one side and a sponge on the other. I've already primed my face, and I did that just because I wanted to let that set for a while. But I just used the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the light foundation, so it's not the silicone based one. This is more of like a moisturizer. So let's go ahead and talk about the packaging. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. I love that it's a glass bottle with a little bit of gold and white, that it has a pump, and I love that. For this side of my face, I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek Face Buffer Brush. This is my favorite foundation brush. So I'm going to use that to apply it on this side of my face just to see how it blends, the coverage, how to apply. So I'm going to take one pump. It smells, I don't know how to describe that. It smells like, not perfume, but almost like a scented lotion or something, like floral. I can't think of exactly what, but it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell bad, but if you're not into like scented foundations, you would not like this because the scent is pretty strong. Yeah, it's really strong. So if you don't like scented things, you would not like this foundation. Okay, so the color is not bad. It looks like it may be just a little warm for me, but hopefully with a little bit of concealer I can fix that. The coverage is pretty full coverage. I don't think I'm gonna have to build it up to get a full coverage. I am gonna have to take a little bit more just for the forehead, but I'm actually liking what it looks like so far. And I feel like it definitely oxidizes. If you notice the shade from when I put it on to when it's blended in, it definitely changes color. This is the foundation with the brush. It looks really good. It looks really good. It's a little bit sticky, but I like it. I like the way that it looks. The coverage is amazing. It's definitely a full coverage foundation. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to build it up, which on the website it did say that it is a buildable formula, but I feel like with the brush, one layer was perfect. Now I'm gonna try it with a sponge. This is the Morphe Beauty Sponge, and I'm actually going to take my brush and I'm just gonna dot this on just to apply or place the product. And then I'm going to take the sponge and blend it out. I'm not really liking how it applies with the sponge. I feel like there's barely any coverage. I think it's because this foundation is just a little bit thicker, so it doesn't apply or blend it out very nicely. So I'm gonna go back over it with the brush and just kind of blend that out just a little bit more, because I actually like or prefer the coverage with the brush than I do with the sponge. Yeah, I definitely like the coverage better with the brush. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and conceal, contour and blush, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm all done with my makeup. Everything went on really nicely. The bronzer went on really nicely. The blush, the highlight. I did set it with setting spray. I used the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I always use setting spray no matter what foundation I'm wearing, because I want to test it exactly the same way that I would test or use any of my other foundations. So I always set my face, so I just had to do it with this foundation as well. It doesn't look as orange as it was looking at first, but I really love the way that it looks on my skin. It's not drying, it's not sticking to anything, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look heavy, but at the same time it gave me really nice coverage, which I'm a full coverage kind of girl. Like if I'm gonna wear foundation, it's gotta cover everything. Like I don't want any of my skin to show. I just feel like with one layer of foundation, that did what I like for my foundations to do. I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for a few hours more. I've had it on for about an hour now, and it looks good. It looks good so far. So it is 1:30 right now. I'll check in a couple of hours, and then I'll check in one more time at the end of the day. I'm just gonna kind of be around the house, getting things done. Gonna go outside a bit and run around with the dog, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll check in with you guys in a couple of hours and we'll see how it's holding up. It is 4:30, so I have been wearing this foundation for about 4 hours. Still really like the way that it looks. It did start breaking up right here, or separating right in the chin area. I don't have as much creasing around the mouth as I do with other foundations. It's looking a little dry around here too, which is weird because this is supposed to be a hydrating foundation. I've also got a little bit of separation around the nose. I don't think this is intended to be a long wear foundation, so I guess for like 4 or 5 hours, maybe even 6 hours, this would be okay. I don't think I'm going to do another check-in later tonight though, because I do feel like it's not going to change all that much. I'm not getting oily anywhere, which is great. I'm not normally oily anyway, but I like the fact that this is not making me oily, because I hate when foundations do that, especially since I don't have oily skin. Personally, I would give this a 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10, just because I feel like it claiming to be a hydrating foundation, I shouldn't really see any dryness, because I'm really not that dry without foundation. Like my skin is dry, but it's not extremely dry, and I just feel like it accentuated my dryness in this area, but it claims to be a hydrating foundation, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. It oxidized a little bit, which I didn't really like either. But I think once I get my summer color and my tan, then it'll match a little bit better. But it looks okay. I mean, it's not terrible. So it's not a bad foundation. I mean, it's okay. I would definitely wear this again. I don't know if I would wear it for like long nights out or a long day or anything. I just don't feel like this is a long wearing foundation because of where it has kind of separated. So I don't think that this is something that I would wear for long periods of time. This is something that I would wear if I was going to be doing something for a couple hours. The longest maybe 6 hours, just because it's been 4 and it's already separating. So it is a decent foundation. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to this. Let me know if you like these types of videos, if there's anything else that you would like me to review, anything out there that you want me to try for you guys, and just kind of give you my opinion. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.